Hey, happy Friday and welcome to Hobby Evolution. I think this is episode 520. I set the stream up a little earlier than normal, usually 10 minutes ahead. Um, Today I did it ago. So I'm trying to think. I'm wearing it's Hoodie Friday. Happy Hoodie Friday. Wearing the Badgers. I was just looking at the schedule today. I actually watched. So Badgers play at 5:30 in the Big Ten tournament. This is my favorite week of college basketball. This has become my favorite week. Um, I like it better than first and second round almost. I mean, there's maybe not quite as much as first and second round, but tournament week, bracket week is great because there's like even more basketball and they're still playing for, some teams are playing for, if they lose, they're done. Their season's done. But if they keep winning, they might get in the tournament. And if they win their conference tournament, they'll be in. I've enjoyed watching the low major games. Now we're kind of in the Power Five conference games as we head into the weekend. Big Ten tournament. We're into the quarterfinals. And it's like every day. And for the first, so I was like one of my dreams when I was sitting in the office, working for the man, and it's March and there's basketball on. It's like, man, wouldn't it be great to like just have the opportunity, have the choice to go in and watch basketball like during the day, like on a Thursday. And that's what I did yesterday. I mean, I didn't like strictly watch basketball. I was actually putting quarter boxes together. Um, but it was perfect with basketball in the background. I think the first game started at like 10 a.m. with it was the Big East tournament. I can't remember, but so I had games on throughout the day, and then last night my wife and I've been going 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. like every day this week. So I needed a break, and I still listed cards on eBay during my sabbatical last night. But it's like I need to watch something that's not basketball because it's going to consume my weekend, as will cards. So couched it, watched a new series on Hulu called The Dropout, which is a true story based on a true story about Elizabeth Holmes from Theranos. Um, I had vaguely recalled Theranos but I had to like Google it before we started watching it just to get a background of what it was about. So we watched, I think, the first 3 episodes last night, and it's good. I enjoyed it. William H. Macy plays like the holiest a-hole on TV. He just plays an absolute a-hole and does it so well. The Dropout, it's on Hulu. Check it out. What's up in the chat? It's a busy chat. Fridays are always busy. I enjoy Fridays because Fridays are just it's casual Friday. It's Hoodie Friday. It's Hoodie Friday, and I just kind of randomly talk, and that's usually it's like the best content because I think everybody's happy for the weekend. It's still freaking brutally cold. It's 15 degrees, but I was looking I because our windows when it gets like really cold, we get like little um what's it called? Condensation or whatever on the just the bottom of the window. And I saw that again this morning and I'm like, Jesus, it means it's cold. It means it's really cold outside. So I looked at my phone. We're due for like 3 more days of this, just absolute cold. And then I saw 60s next week, at least one day in the 60s. So um, there's nothing better than Thursday, Friday, first round NCAA tournament, windows open, sun shining. Oh, I can't wait. So, okay, I admit, first round games, I enjoy more than tournament week. But this tournament week is fun. Jenny is up. Baseball is back. That's why I'm in very happy spirits this morning. Diego, baseball is back with a 15% loss of fans. Not too bad. John says, happy to get some games to watch on TV. Maybe consider a trip to the USA. That is awesome. Zach, what is up? Good morning to you. Yes, for sure, lost some fans and changed how some fans view things. By the way, Diego, give me a follow on my new Twitter. Yeah, I think overall, I don't think it. We're not going to see a great impact with losing fans. I think any fans that did um, decide to, maybe walk away were like fans, but kind of on the fringe, but no, they just kind of fed up. Um, the casual fan, I think, couldn't care less. The casual fan, and I'm thinking like, I would say my wife, but my wife doesn't like baseball. She tolerates it. But like just the casual fan that will go spend money at Wrigley Field or name your ballpark, um, they largely don't care. And that's okay. It's fun. Like it's entertainment. Yes, it's big business, but it's also entertainment. And Ken mentioned, on Twitter had his opinion on the baseball and the baseball, his opinion on baseball, and I said, and I've said all along, like, yeah, I'm pissed off. I am pissed off, but at the end of the day, I just want baseball, and I was pissed off for 99 days that they couldn't come to an agreement, but at the end of the day, when that agreement came, hell yeah, baseball is back. I don't give a shit about the last 99 days. I don't care if the owners don't care about me as a fan. I really don't. Like, I enjoy baseball for all that it is, for the sport, for just it's a summer game. I love summer. Look at my thumbnail. Like, I can't wait 2 weeks away. I'll be doing that in Mesa, Arizona for spring training. Um, I just I love baseball cards. Like, I love everything about baseball. So I don't give a shit if the owners don't care about me. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, the prices suck. And like I told in the same tweet, Mike Summer replied, like, I'm not gonna, and I'm in this there. I'd love to go down to Wrigley 12 times a year. But it's just not feasible. Like it's expensive. I mean, I talked about it yesterday, like $11 or $12 for a crappy Miller Lite draft at the field. And I'm gonna drink more than one, and I'm gonna have one of those expensive hot dogs. And I mean, just travel. I mean, it's expensive, and you're paying $100 for a ticket. So it's expensive, and um, I'm priced out for the amount of times I want to go. I'll still go 2-3 times a year. But I'm not making a weekly trip to go to games, and I'm sure a lot of other people aren't. But there's a lot of people that will, and those seats will be taken up, especially if there's a good product on the field. Um, let's see. Herman says now Atlanta needs to get the deal done. My thought was, and I don't know if this is on the same. I think this is. I think I know what you're alluding to, Herman, with your comment. I'm guessing that's about Freddie Freeman, with the Braves. And I expected, if that is, I expected more movement in the free agency market, because once the owners ratified the deal last night at whatever time it was, 6 p.m., I thought we'd start seeing a flurry, like not right at 6:01, but through the night. I thought it would be pretty active, and it wasn't. I don't know if I saw any deals that were tweeted out or announced last night, by any of the media guys covering. So I was a little surprised that it wasn't, and I'm sure behind the scenes it's just an absolute, because they can start reporting to spring training today, and mandatory report day is Sunday. So I mean, they're like, boom, getting back in action. So I can only imagine what behind the scenes and how busy the GMs and the agents are, getting these deals, trying to get these deals finalized. So, but I was a little surprised that there wasn't more action last night. Let's see. Diego is holding out like the players. Michael, what's up? Good morning. Should be a fun 3 days of hoops, most definitely. Let's see. Let's see. Holding out for a 35% off coupon. There you go. I can make a Twitter special coupon today. Gonna be a chilly one in Minnesota, -9. It's March 11th. That just blows. FYI, Jenny, I'm already following. Bob Lancaster, what's up? Go Gonzaga. Gonzaga is one of my favorites that I'll be, probably sharpieing on my bracket to the Final Four at least. Um, I don't know if I'll get into any pay to play brackets now that I'm not in an office. But my wife and I do like a bragging rights, and she actually won my office pool a few years ago. And basically picked. She had like Ole Miss making a run because she likes the movie Blind Side. Mascots. What else? She picked Baylor going far because she likes what's the show? Uh, what's the show? Baylor, Waco, Texas, Magnolia. Can't think of it. But she loves those two. That show. So she picked Baylor. Must be a Twitter glitch. I just don't say much or have opinions, not so much Twitter. Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles, what's up? Good morning. So glad baseball is back, especially since my Atlanta Braves are so good. There you go. You're with Herman in that boat. The Braves boat, Jenny says, and yes, the casual fan could care less because it didn't drag into the real season except delayed it a week. In the Midwest, hey, it means more chance for warm opening day. Yeah, opening day is just delayed a week. There's still going to be a 162 game season. This is still early in spring training. This is basically what, week 3 of spring training, like on a normal schedule. So it's still early. Free agency should start today. Yeah, I think we'll start seeing some action later today. Joe Hellback, what's up? Good morning to you. Been watching replays for over a year. First time watching live. That's awesome. Thanks for jumping in the chat. I appreciate it. Zach says, would you consider Rob Manfred as a casual fan? Because I would. F Rob Manfred. He's a clown. He's the worst. Is he the worst commissioner of all time in all sports? He's definitely on a short list. And I like Rob Manfred even less. Did you see that exchange with was it Ken Rosenthal? It was one of the reporters from MLB, MLB Network, and formerly of MLB Network. I think it was Ken that was let go because of his comments against Rob Manfred. And Rob Manfred, like, just this snarky, like, oh, I'm not gonna miss you. And it's like, you're such an a-hole. I hate Rob Manfred. Do any of the major sports or auto racing owners care about any of us? No, you're exactly right. And that may be a little harsh, but when it comes down to it, we know them a lot more than they know us. They don't know us from Adam. And that's okay. That's okay. And I'm okay with them, it's a business. Like, they're in it to make money. They're not in it to be charitable to fans. And that's okay. Like, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I will need Hobby Twitter's help next Friday. I'm an 11th seed in the White Sox 108 tourney. That is freaking awesome. I follow that. Zach is in the 108 tourney. I love it. Going against the projected overall winner. Most definitely. I will definitely be trying as much as I can to help you out there. Diego's excitement. Where are these free agents going? OG Card Scammer, what's up to you? Good morning. Getting back from off the grid. Manfred Casual, no owners care about us. Hey, our bosses barely do. LOL. Just show up, work, right? If the Braves don't re-sign Freddie, I hope they could trade for Matt Olson. We should have done a hobby evolution bracket. Hey, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. Joe, Wake and Bake Sports Cards. What's up? Good morning. Got my Hank Williams card. Oh, you ordered the Hank Williams. I still have an Alan Jackson. So Joe ordered a Hank Williams, and it was a prototype. Let's see if I can find. Great video content here. So the Hank Williams was similar to, and if it's not in this pile, I don't know where it's at, so I won't keep looking for a card. It's not in that pile, but it was a prototype from some set in the early 90s. I saw that. It's like, wow, I can't believe that sold. Let's see. Oh shoot, my chat skipped on me. Where are we at? Jenny may be thinking of your other account. I noticed you have two DT. Okay, but I was never a survivor. I don't think I ever watched it. Like it was on in the background, but I never watched it. Um, I have a fellow Brave in here. Jeremy's with us. What's up? Happy Friday. Rick, hit the like button. Thank you very much, Rick. I appreciate that. Two phones, two thumbs up. Thank you so much. Mariners to the World Series. I agree. Olsen to Braves if Freddie leaves. BSS Cards. Good morning. Listening at work. Love the show every morning and also the company in the chat. All awesome. That's so cool. It's such a great community. The hobby evolution community has become so awesome in the morning. And I started this show back 520 episodes ago, just to kind of talk. It was like my own personal video journal, like just kind of here's the cards I got in the mail today. Here's what I sold. Um, Here's what's on my mind in the hobby. And then it just kind of developed into, got 15 people watching live. And, the intention at the beginning of this was like, I don't care if anybody watches. I just want to talk into a microphone because I missed that. So it's very cool. Are you doing a card box digging random chat video tomorrow night so we can see what random box you picked up? We all know you're picking up bulk tomorrow. That's a great question. I do intend to pick up some bulk tomorrow because I made the sale, the truckload sale of commons last weekend. So I've got some extra cash that I'll use to get more inventory in. So my guy John from Indiana is going to be set up. He usually brings me a 5-row box of stuff that is usually pretty good. And there's not going to be some bangers in there. There's not going to be $20 cards. Typically, there's not. One of the first boxes he gave me was just loaded with stuff. It's like I paid like a penny a card for these. The next ones were your typical quarter box fare stuff. With some dollar cards, $3 cards in there. So yeah, if I pick up something that I think will be good, the issue I have with like a 5-row box is it's a lot of cards. Like ideally like a shoe box, just to go through 2 or 3 rows. So maybe I'll try to do that if I see there's value flipping through it. And then we can show it off and do a video tomorrow night. Let's see. Wake and Bake, Wake and Break, Wake and Bake, Wake and Break. Congratulations on the keep growing. Thank you so much. I'm a Rockies fan. Not sure there's too many, especially as we're just a farm team with an awful owner. There's some Rockies fans out there. I have a friend that moved. He's a diehard Cubs fan, but the Rockies have kind of become his secondary team, his adopted team, because he lives out there. And he goes, it must be cheap. Rockies games must be I shouldn't say cheap, but less expensive than the expensive confines of Wrigley Field. It's like I'm jealous, It's like a couple of years ago. Now you could get some cheap tickets last year, but the on-field products was terrible. I think toward the end of the season last year. Now, my bleacher tickets during the height of the Cubs window back in between 2015 and 2018, I was paying like $100 for bleacher tickets on the secondary market. They got down to and I think face value was 40 or 60. I can't remember. Somewhere in that it's in that range. And I think you could find them on StubHub toward the last month of the season, like basically after the trade deadline, when everybody was shipped away. You could get bleacher tickets for like $6, $8 on StubHub. It's back to the I would say the glory days, but certainly not in baseball terms, glory days for the Cubs. That's why the tickets were cheap. But I was monitoring they have the I think it's the oh man, I can't the 1918 club or 1914 club, because that's when Wrigley was built. It was known as Weigman Park back then. the first few years. And they have the 1914 club where it's like it's right behind home plate, and there's like underneath the seats a bar restaurant that's like catered. It's not a restaurant, but it's like a catered room with like really good food. So it's all you can eat, all you can drink in the 1914 club, and awesome seats. And tickets were as low, like typically they're like $1,000. And tickets were as low as like $200 to $300 for like some really killer seats, like first, second row behind home plate. That's how bad it got. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Saturday night hangouts on the hobby are fun, at least for me. I'm not a go to the bar person. Me neither. Um, Actually, my wife and I haven't even like gone out with friends. We used to go like every weekend. We'd go out with friends to a restaurant. And very rarely have we done that since COVID. I mean, we've just kind of stayed in. We did go out this week. My buddy Mark, who sets up at the card show with me, went out with him and his wife earlier this week. But yeah, we haven't gone out much. Let's see. I'm an OG for Hobby Evolution. Proud of it. Isn't only hope is one day Porter will tune into Old Man Bo sitting on his porch complaining about Manfred and nearing 40 million Cubs cards. Porter is going to be the 10 million White Sox guy. The Simpsons nostalgia rip was very cool. Thank you. Yeah, I finally did my Simpsons nostalgia break. I bought that pack. God, did I buy that pack? Was it last month? I guess it was the most recent Madison show, so a few weeks ago. I think that's when it was. I can't remember. It might have been the show before. But anyway, because I got those in the Howard Duck packs. So I did the nostalgia break rip. I made a mistake and put the theme music behind it. So I've got to not do that on videos. So I'll do the next break I do is going to be Howard the Duck. And then I still have a whole bunch. And I almost put an order in, but I got caught with the that sounds bad, but on eBay you can only buy like 40 items at a time, and I had like 50 or 60 packs in my cart, and then it didn't work. It just gave up. But I've got like G.I. Joe, Harry and the Hendersons. So this is what nostalgia break. I'll try to be more on it, because I think I was planning on doing one a day this year, and I'm way behind. I think I've done 8. Let's see, we're 60 days into the year. Here's Bo. I've just got to do that one because we share a name. Hers is spelled B-O. Let's see. John says they're cheap tickets out in Colorado. I think I got in for about $15 to $30 about 4 years back. Certainly cheaper than Broncos tickets. Rockies would be easier to build a complete team run of all cards. They started in 93. Yeah, I think the very first, correct me if I'm wrong, I think 92 had like special edition Rockies and Marlins cards. I think 92 Donruss at least did at least the logo cards. I know there were logo cards, Marlins and Rocky logo cards in 92 Donruss, and it might have just been those two cards. And then 93, yeah, was when they all began. Thanks for the inspiration. Started my Twins collection a couple of months ago, picking up 4,500 cards tomorrow. That's awesome. Love it. Joint Braves fans in the chat. We've got Joint fans in the chat. There's Jenny, the fellow Twins fan. She has tons of doubles, can help you with needs. John says they started in 93, moved from Mile High to Coors in 95. Maybe we'll do we'll get some bulk trades going. Twins and Braves. Jenny says you didn't tell me you got Twins. Straight Execution, what's up? Good morning. Have you seen or have thoughts on the new eBay vault service they just announced? Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to touch on that today, and I totally forgot until you mentioned it. I don't know much about it. Jenny, I did get that announcement for the seller check-in, but I just didn't check in. Didn't sign up for it. but I did see there was some news came out about it. And I think the biggest piece was the vault service that Straight Execution mentioned. So eBay is going to do a vault service, which is going to be uh, there's not much news on it, but how I see it, it's going to be similar to like PWCC or Golden Auctions has a vault. So we're seeing a lot of these, auction houses and big sellers having these vaults where it's basically um, from an article that I read regarding eBay's vault system is they kind of want to keep high end cards within their vault, and then their transfer ownership is transferred between owners, but the owners don't have to deal with there's no shipping involved. You don't have to vault it yourself. You don't have to open a bank box or whatever, or a safe deposit box. So I think it's great. I think it's another level of um, another layer of what eBay can offer into the sports card industry. So I think it's great as an eBay set. Like eBay is basically 90% of my income as a card seller is through eBay. So anything eBay announces that's another level to trading cards, I'm all for. I'm all in favor of it. So not too much was announced regarding the vault service, but just kind of what I read into was that's kind of their plans. And another big piece of news was um, it sounds like what they and I'm not surprised by this with regarding managed payments, where it sounds like they're making steps to have managed payments be more of like a similar to a PayPal or a Venmo or Cash App, where you can actually use your managed payments funds to buy things. Right now, it just goes into a managed payment, and then it's sent to your bank account. Where now it will, it could eventually be similar to what PayPal does, where you can spend it on other things, and use it more as kind of like a bank. So I thought that was big news as well. And it sounds like that's in the still very early stages in regards to being like a payment processor type deal. So yeah, so some big news came out of that seller summit yesterday. And I don't know. I'll have to go back to see if I can like retroactively sign up, because I know you had to sign up to like jump on board and watch it or whatever. But I don't know if you can retroactively go back in and like watch it. Jenny says I enjoyed the Simpsons music behind the didn't drown your voice out and kept that fun feel. That was the plan, but I got a copyright. It's copyrighted, so YouTube does not like that. So unfortunately, can't continue my trying to spice it up. Even I had a copyright claim. I noticed on another video I had a copyright claim, and it was uh, like in the public domain through the iMovie app, because I do this basically. It's basically just I do the video, record myself on video, and then I create the template at the beginning of the video, and then put a layer of music under it. So one of the videos I had was just a generic soundtrack, from Apple that's in the public domain, but for some reason there was a copyright issue with it. So I'm just not going to mess with it anymore. So nostalgia breaks, they'll just be just like this, no music underneath. In Dallas, the kids were blessed with some TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Very cool to see the cards when we were kids, and really funny to see the kids' faces ripping open old wax packs. That's what's cool. And I had a big box of old sports wax, like baseball cards, and mainly baseball cards, that I had for like 50 cents a pack. And we're talking like 89 score, 90 tops, stuff like that. And I tell you what, those packs sold like hotcakes. I sold a bunch, and then I had somebody on Twitter like, "Hey, me and a buddy are getting together next week, and can I just buy the whole box?" And I'm like, I've got them and it was literally as I was at the card show. I'm like, I'm going to keep them out at the card show, and then I'll let you know how many packs remain, and we can work out a deal at the end of the day. And we did, and shipped them off, and everyone was happy. But yeah, packs sell like crazy, which is kind of cool because 5 years ago they didn't. And it's like, oh, I've got more junk wax packs, but there has been a resurgence behind them. So, and I had some kids when I was at the Schaumburg show that I set up at in the summer. I had some kids, probably I don't know, 10 years old, bought some like 90 Fleer packs, and they pulled like a Barry Bonds, and like just to see the excitement over a 90 Fleer base card, like it's in junk wax common boxes, like that people toss. I'd say give to Goodwill, but Goodwill has some good stuff, as we've seen. And just to like, because I remember when I was that age and I was opening those packs as a kid, like that's the excitement we had. We didn't know about, nobody did at that time, about overproduction and what soon would become the junk wax era. So when we pulled a 90 Fleer base Barry Bonds, it was exciting because, oh wow, this Beckett has this at 50 cents, and that's how much I paid for the pack. And it was, and so that's another thing. I'll go down that rabbit hole where a lot of people like my age and up say it's a business now. It was never a business when I was a kid. Yeah, it totally was, because when I was 8 years old, I had the latest issue of Beckett. I probably have one laying around here somewhere. I had the latest issue of Beckett, and when I pulled a Ken Griffey Jr., guess what I did? I didn't even wait to look at the rest of the pack. I went to my Beckett and I looked up 1990 score Ken Griffey. Ooh, it's $1.25. I only paid 50 cents for the pack. I almost tripled my money, and I was 8 years old and doing that. So yeah, it's been about the money for a long time in baseball cards. Let's see. Herman says, Jenny, it would be the ones you passed up on trading card database. That would be great. What's the best way to connect? There you go. Joe and Jenny going to work on a trade. Let's see. eBay is finally going to update the messaging in the app where it will look like a thread like Twitter. Oh, that's great. I did not see that. So that's good. Because yes, I'll go into my inbox and I'll have like 7 different messages over a transaction. So that's awesome. John, that 70s card show. Greetings from TSA security line in Philadelphia. John, where are you headed to this week? Or today, I should say. Post-game cards. Baseball is back. Acuna fans are excited. My 99-cent auction got up to $140 in 2 hours after listing. That's awesome. Great to see baseball cards. Because it's kind of been dead for me my sales have been great. Yesterday I had a slow day in sales, but this week has been pretty fire. But not with baseball. It's been like everything but baseball has been selling really well this week. So it'll be nice to see. And I started some trickling of baseball again yesterday with specs and just various cards. So it'll be nice to see some of the modern stuff, because during the off season I saw a lot of either prospects were selling, and I'd see an uptick, and retired players and Hall of Famers seem to always move fairly well. Older stuff, but the modern stuff wasn't moving. So I think we'll finally see some, at least from what I have, like the type of inventory that I sell will start moving. I'm not gonna sing. Nope. I have to have a few beers to do that. And it's been a while since I've done karaoke. I'm due for some karaoke. I have a ton of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in my eBay. They don't really move. Jenny, I would love to acquire your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How do I find your eBay? Jenny has a wrench. Go ahead and throw that eBay store link in the chat, Jenny. So I just wanted to ramble on about my excitement. Baseball is back. College basketball, college hoops. There's some good games on. Looks like the first Big Ten game starts at like 10. So gonna have some good games to watch. I've got some shipping to do. I've got just my baseball box for quarter boxes is I'll probably tackle that. Probably do some shipping until the games start, and then I'll tackle my last quarter box and watch basketball. If you're gonna be in the northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin area, tomorrow is the Northern Illinois Card Show in Rockford, Illinois. So I'll be there. I'll have a couple tables with bargain boxes. I'll have quarter boxes, and I'll have dollar boxes. Um, and I'll have all new quarter boxes. There's going to be some really good um, stuff in the quarter boxes because it's like I don't have time to list it, and so my loss in time is your gain. So I'll have some good quarter boxes. I'll have 2 football, 1 basketball, 1 baseball that are brand new, have not seen a card show. So those will be all new, and then I'll have some new dollar cards as well. So that's tomorrow. Rock Church on Harrison Avenue, Rockford, Illinois, 9 to 3 tomorrow. Let's see what else. So I'll finish that up. There was one other thing I wanted to touch on before I left. Oh, it's a Retail Friday. So I actually went out yesterday. I hit one Walmart store just to see, because sometimes they do stock on Thursday afternoons. They had not stocked. I'm really not looking for anything, but yesterday I just kind of needed to get out of the house. I needed a break. So I just needed to get out on the on the road, spend an hour away from my card room and basement. So they had not stocked. So I'll head out today just to see if there's anything. Since baseball is back, I've got to have like a celebratory rip. So if I find some Tops, and hopefully, I don't know if Tops Heritage Retail is out, but I know Heritage dropped this week. I'm not sure if retail has hit stores. But I'm a big Heritage fan. Heritage Retail sucks though. By the way, don't, and I say this, there's different products that retail is the best bang for your buck. I think right now Top Series 1 retail is the way to go against Hobby. Bowman for sure. Unless you like the shiny silver chrome autographs, then blasters are not your thing. But if you want chrome, just base first chromes and some color here and there, Bowman is by far the best bang for your buck going retail versus hobby. Products that suck at retail, Topps Heritage is one of them. Topps Archives. Topps Archives is probably, or wait, no. Topps Archives is great for retail, terrible for hobby. Allen and Ginter and Topps Heritage are 2 of the worst retail products compared to hobby. It's better to just buy a hobby box of those. Archives is probably the best for retail. So those are my opinions and just based on the value that I've had. I've been buying retail, like all real products, since 2014, so 8 years of anecdotal evidence. And you say Heritage is one of the worst to buy retail. Here's the difference. At release, retail is good. At release, because people are still, and this is coming from a resale, a quick flip resale outlook. The first few days, it's going to be worth it, but a month after release, don't buy a retail blaster. Just buy a hobby box. But if it's at release, first on the market, always going to have higher prices. So it's not just black and white, a little bit of gray. Herman said, I missed Heritage because I wasn't aware of the push-up on the release date. Yeah, released this week. Good to know. Was going to check retail today for Heritage. So it might be there, but it might not. It might be because with all of the the issues that they're having with paper and supply chain and printing, everything's out of whack. So on a normal schedule, you'd have hobby drop on Wednesday, and then sometimes retail would drop a week ahead of time. Sometimes it was like the week of. But now it's like a crapshoot. You never know. And they upped the price in the last week. That's the old week of release price increase. Yep, happens on every release. Michael says, I've done well on Archives retail. Oh, I wouldn't say great. I would say compared to hobby, when because in Archives, the autographs are the same, and basically you pull like an autograph every like the like every 4 box blasters, you get an autograph. And you're paying like $120 for a hobby box, or say you have to buy 8 boxes, that's what, 100 and what is that, 160? So you're paying a little bit more, and you're probably going to get 2 autographs that are the same. You're going to get Jim Abbott and a Ron Gant or a John Kruk, stuff like that. Hokies may have sealed their NCAA bid last night. Go Hokies. What's up, Brian? Good morning to you. Brian, are you hitting up retail today? Talking about my Walmart run. Going to make a Walmart run this afternoon. I did go over to Monona yesterday afternoon just to see when you messaged me yesterday. Like, I'm going to check this out. And they had not been stocked, which they have not been. Walmarts have not been stocking on Thursdays lately. They've been on Fridays. So check it out later today. Meant to know it I meant good to know it sucks in retail. I have a new method of my hobby shopping now, and it won't be buying new products, but will include a weekly trip to the local card shop. Very cool. DR, have a great day. You too. Yeah, I might do some retail today. We'll probably be in the Verona area. That's my area. I don't know. I'd say we could do lunch, but I don't know if I will have time today. I've got a lot of shipping to do, and I've got the card show tomorrow. So my little breakaway might just be running to Walmart and back. So if I'm hitting Big Lots today, got a $10 off $20 coupon. Big Lots is another retail store that does have cards every once in a while. Big Lots. Every once in a while, Michael's Crafts has some, but not really. I always have time for lunch. Party City is another retail out. Barnes and Noble, I think that's pretty widely known now. So there's some but Big Lots is one of those stores where it's like, oh, hey, they have cards. Big Lots, Five Below stores sometimes have cards. So those are some other retail stores that have them. So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. Cracker Barrel had the Bowman mega boxes. I almost drove down to Janesville when I heard, because that's the nearest. There might be one up here in Madison, I'm sure. But Hobby Lobby, yes, I have heard Hobby Lobby has cards at times. I went into a Hobby Lobby last week. I wasn't like really looking, but I was I had my eyes open just to see. I didn't see any, but I also didn't ask. Walgreens and Family Dollar are great. Yep. CVS, some of the pharmacies have cards as well. Cracker Barrel. Okay, Cracker Barrel East Side. And here I was going to go to Janesville. I didn't go to either. So, but yeah, they had the Bowman Mega Box. This was like the original Bowman back last April, May, whenever it was out. So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. By the way, not going live tomorrow morning, as I'll be heading down to Rockford to the Northern Illinois Card Show. But I might do, depending on what I buy at the show, I might go live tomorrow night to show off some of my finds, because I do plan on buying some stuff, hopefully some bulk. Hopefully I'll get some good deals on bulk tomorrow. So if I do, I'll go live and go through those boxes. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Also, if you're not subscribed, please do so. Have a great Friday, and we'll chat either Saturday night or back on Hobby Evolution Sunday morning.